Emily, Razor Princess, and Cartoon. Yeah, hoping this goes short. Very, very unhappy that I set myself this objective. And I should have gotten started on it sooner because basically at this point I'm going to be spending my last 5 days on this planet doing this shit because I left it so long. Season 6, Episode 11, gone. Ugh, this show has gotten so fucking stupid. I don't think I can actually watch this crap anymore. When does this bullshit end? Magic is not drugs. Am I getting too repetitive at this point? Also, it's so much like MCU stuff where people whine about those who save the world, which Willow has several times. The trio. See, they're dumb as hell, but I like them as villains both because of this and despite this. Yeah, up until Warren does his thing at the end, they're fun. They should have been done better if they had not chosen to focus on this inane idea that drugs and magic are somehow the same thing. They could have made the trio really interesting and fun villains and made, especially after the previous season, made a kind of a less big time season, right? Because you're never going to top Glory. You're never going to make something that's more of a threat than Glory, which is why the first in season 7 is just so terrible as a bad guy. But they could have lowered the stakes, made it the trio as the bad guys instead of making Willow the bad guy, and probably, gotten more seasons of better stuff out of it, where they could have actually, like, in the end, I'm kicking myself for even thinking about it, but it would have been a more profitable way to go. But whatever. I think I have stated repeatedly my feelings on some of the root issues as to why this season and season 7 are so terrible already. And right back into Magic Bad, followed by Buffy and Spike again. The season could have been 5 episodes long and not missed anything worthwhile. True fact. That's not what it looks like. It's magic. That's not what it looks like. It's magic weed. LOL. One good line isn't going to band-aid this. I don't think I can say that word anymore, can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-letter word starting with ABOR of a season. I hope that makes sense and doesn't get censored. I have no idea why they censor my stuff to begin with. Wish it would get to the point. I enjoy Buffy's invisibility stuff. About effing time. It would be so fun to be invisible and walk around with eyeballs, decorated baseballs. Yeah, get a couple of baseballs and do them up like bloodshot eyes and walk around with them. That would be so much fun to do. Buffy stole a cop's cart. Not a cart like a push cart, but like a little traffic cart. It's like a golf cart thing with a motor and everything. That was funny. Oh, the CPS bitch. Fuck that hoe. Where have I seen her outside this episode? I don't know, but I recognize the actress. Gross, not going to talk about the gross stuff anymore. Shut up, Anya. Pudding Buffy, not good. Buffy versus self-awareness. We need more of Dawn being whiny. Oh yeah. Never get enough of that. Did Willow not call the others at any point to appraise them of what she'd learned? Dumbass. Setting meeting at arcade like Walt setting Tuco meeting at the salvage yard? Yes. It terrible place to have that meeting. Invisible fight is super cheap to film. Yes. Yes, and I love that for it. Or I love it for that they went that way just to have a really cheap but exciting fight scene. And I do like her hair. I'm not sure who I was talking about in this one. Probably Buffy at this point. But yeah, God, the 6 and 7 are just so bad. So bad. On every level, too. Because it's not just the quality of the product, but the moral aspects and the sociological aspects and just how I don't know. It's like there's a real feeling that conformity good that's really kind of missing from the first 5 seasons. That I think a lot of people, because people don't understand what conformity really means in this country anyway, so they're not going to get what I'm saying there. Please don't censor me. I guess that's my main point. Please don't. I'm not saying anything that you should be afraid to hear. It's a drunken old loser about to be evicted and with no options whatsoever, trying to entertain themselves before it's all over, Like, why would you censor someone like that? Why would you even bother? I have like one view on most of my videos. It's insane. It really is. I mean, why does anyone focus on me? Why does anyone care? None of you care when I say I need help. But you care about me trying to pass my time, trying to do something to keep myself from utter despair. That's a problem for you, not the fact that I am just never going to make it above water. That's not a problem, but me trying to talk about a show that I liked, that's a problem for you. That requires you to care about what I'm saying. The fuck is wrong with all you people? Seriously. Grow up. Find something else to deal with. Maybe, look inside instead of looking at me.